Hello, it's me again. Hopefully you will have found me, because that was fun. I'm just going to flip down to the desk just to make sure that it is working, which it is. I'm going to flip back up again and just see how many of you managed to find me for a second time. I am now live. Hurrah. Okay. So, hopefully you found me. Hello, Nora. I'm sorry about your news. Not good. Really not good. Shaz is back. Thank you, Shaz. Hello, Jan. Phew, phew, phew. Don't know what happened there. Really don't know what happened. It just dropped off. So, yes. I will see if I can splice the two videos together, but just in case I can't, for those of you joining me who didn't catch the first bit of my video today, my name is Liz Yuille. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium and the Republic of Ireland. It is my job. I get to do this all day, which is amazing. And when my IT works is really good fun. So we are working with the Timeless Greetings kit, which was introduced to demonstrators when we were at Onstage. So I have the French stamp set and the gubbins that is needed for both of the cards, plus some extras. So I'm going to share that with you today, and then I can post the stamp set to my friend who lives locally, so that she can then play with it. So, hello Shaz, hello Jan, hello Mary, hello Lorna, hello Sherry. That was fun, wasn't it? For those of you who joined me earlier. So I'm going to flip the camera down and hope that it works. Yes, it's working. Hurrah. And for those of you who haven't seen any of my videos since I got back from Vienna, it would be very useful to know if you find the down-facing camera is clearer than it used to be, because I have swapped my cameras over so that this one apparently seems to be a better or clearer picture. So if you can let me know in the chat, that would be fantastic. So the Timeless Greetings kit is for the men. I've printed off the instructions because there weren't enough instructions for all of us, so I've just printed them off. Hello Laura from Newbern, North Carolina. First time viewer, yay! Welcome, welcome. So these are the projects that you can make. So we've got globes, we've got pocket watches, and as I say, they're for the men. The colours are basic black, basic grey, Cajun craze, crumb cake, evening evergreen, soft suede with silver foil. In the kit, you get a mini soft suede, you get a block, you get adhesive, all that good stuff. You get more of these than I am showing you here because we've shared them out, and enough bits for 8 cards, two designs, 4 of each design, but obviously you can change the sentiments. The sentiments in English are, she says, hoping she's got the right picture up. There we go. Thanks, I can always count on you. Time to celebrate. You make the world a better place, and happy birthday. As I say, I will be using the French version, so I don't have those exactly, and I will try with my appallingly bad French to read them out. Hello, Kate. It is a nice kit, Kate. It's Kate that I will be sending the stamp set to later today, because I have quite a lot of postage to do today, so today is a good day to get everything out. While I remember, tomorrow is the last day to order my Boughs of Holly Creativity in a Box kit. All the information is over on my website, so you can have a look there, and there's a link to where the list of what you get is detailed. So I'm going to start with the pocket watch card. So I have got a card base, envelope, they're plain on the inside, patterned on the outside. Hello, Margaret Hoskin from Australia. Did I say hello to Karen from New Hampshire? Can't remember that I did. So I need a layer, a pocket watch, silver foiled pocket watch, a dial face, a chain, the larger of the two labels, and a green piece. So looking at my instructions, which, as I say, these are ones that I've printed off the demonstrator website, I am going to need to add the clock face. So to do that, the clock face here has the mini clock face at the bottom. So I need that there. I've got my soft suede ink pad, my stamp, which is new, so I'm just going to prep it. Now we need to make sure that we get the numbers the right way up. So we've got 12 at the top, 6 at the bottom. So ink that up. You can see through the stamp because it's photopolymer, so it makes it very easy. I'm just going to try and get this as straight as I can so that I can then get this, the stamp, as straight as I can. Just checking that I'm in camera, which I am just. There we go. So there is our clock face, nicely stamped. I'm just going to clean the stamp so that it's relatively clean when it goes in the post. So I've got my Stampin' Scrub, which I cleaned before I went to, that's water, I cleaned before I went to on stage. So every now and again you need to just run them through some warm water. Actually, ideally you want to go from cold to warm water because different colour ink reacts to different temperatures. And I put a little bit of washing up liquid. I think in the US that's called dish soap. So that's clean. Then I've got my label, which also needs to be stamped, and that is going to be, pardon my French, Le est à la fête. So Le est à la fête. Time to party, basically. So ink pad. I have to remember that this area here is invisible as far as you're concerned. It's my face. So again, really easy to stamp because you can see through the photopolymer. Hello, Wendy. How is Wales this morning? We've had some appalling weather here. I mean, dreadful. Sadly, hubby and I had to go to a funeral yesterday, and it was tipping down. Really wasn't kind. Although we did all say that we reckoned that it was the chap who had a very dry sense of humour, telling us that he was looking down on us and he was going to make us suffer. Hello, Jan, from a humid, wet Florida. Ooh, not good. So this obviously goes, I say obviously, this goes on here, and it does that. I'm trying to see how that sticks on there. As in, do we put it, I think we just used glue dots, but bear with me while I check that, because I don't have that bit of instruction. Oh yes, so this has dimensionals and this has glue dots. So let me grab the glue dots. For some inexplicable reason, my printer decided it wasn't going to print all of the instructions, just some of them. So that was good. So I've got my spatula out because I was doing window sheet box lids for my Tip Top Tuesday, which, if you remember, is all about using window sheet. and I was making little, these are tea light holders, and this one's got a candy cane stuck on top as well. Basking in sunshine, good. Oh, liquid sunshine yesterday by the bucketful. Yes, that's what we had. It was lovely. Not. 3 days with you, Jan. Good grief. Yes, if they can't drive in dry weather, we really haven't got much hope for wet. So again, we need to make sure that the 12 is at the top and the 6 at the bottom. Now, this is reasonably easy to line up because we've got little bits of silver that we can line up against. And then this has dimensionals on the back. I'm about to do my Tom Brown School Days burnt left shin. It's all right for the moment, but my left shin is beginning to get warm. It is good to have masculine cards, and I really like this because it's very generic masculine, as in it's not just motorbikes or cars, you know, it's decent. Right, where am I putting this? Sorry, I'm trying to do 5 things at once, and anyone who knows me will know that that's really not possible. Right, so this goes towards the bottom here and at an angle, and this gets stuck underneath. So I'm going to stick this down oh, I see. Okay, right, no, I'm there. Now, I should say I have de-pipped because I do not like a pip. Oops, let's not do that. For me, pips are, they're a means to an end, but I do not like, by pip I mean the little bit of card that sticks or keeps the items in their bit of card until you push them out. That was not English. It was something approaching English, but English it was not. So that's going there. I'm going to pick up my old tweezers rather than my nice new tweezers and just add a bit of liquid glue. It's above freezing with you in New Hampshire. Wow. That implies that because today it's above freezing, it hasn't been. So I'm just going to run tiny little dots of liquid adhesive. Famous last words, come on, dots. Obviously there I can have a bit more because it's a bigger bit, but I don't need to put glue everywhere, but I do need to have some adhesion so that if it gets caught on the envelope or whatever, it doesn't pull. Right, so this goes kind of off a bit, as in off the mat. Let's stick that down. Some of the glue is squishing out from behind, but that's fine. And this then goes so that the chain is just underneath the top of the watch, like that. So the glue will dry clear. If you're worried about it being there, you can just wipe it when it's still a bit wet. You can get adhesive erasers, which we used to stock but sadly don't anymore. This I'm going to stick onto my green, aqua, whatever it is. So this is the hour to party, like that, and then I'm going to pop this on dimensionals as well. And I've tried to put those dimensionals over the join between the two bits of card. Yeah, pips, not good, Wendy. Really not good. They're easy enough to take off, and they do serve a purpose, but I could do without them. Right, so we need some of those things that I've covered up. these. So let's get these out. One of my team very kindly divvied this all up for us. She was very methodical. Right, I'm going to change ends of my take your pick, and I'm going to have 2 down here and 1 up there. I'm following the instructions, so I'm having 1 here, and obviously you can put them up and down or side to side, it's up to you. 1 there, or if you're me, at a jaunty angle. Let's try and have them one thing or the other, shall we? And 1 there. So that is our first card. Really not complicated, and that just goes in the envelope, obviously. Now, they are printed on the back as well, so if you've got North American size, standard size envelopes and card, you can actually make more card fronts. If you've got the soft sea foam and pool party note cards and envelopes during celebration, you could obviously put the front on one of those. You would need another envelope though. So that's that one. Emery board, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Yes, they are very sophisticated, Chaz. They are really, really nice in that way. Right, I need a scrap of paper because that was weird. Because for the world stamp is bigger than the bit. So I've got a globe, I've got a thing with shading on it. Let me see if you can see that. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, it's right up there. Okay, so yes, you can see that that's got shading. I've got the Cajun Craze wood label, the smaller copper embossed label, and this pattern of background. My card again, obviously. So I'm going to start with the stamping again. And the world. Now the world is one of these stamps that is, sorry, it's got a cat hair on it. That's better. When you put it on your block, you need to make sure it's relaxed because it is, there's a hole here, so it will need to be relaxed. I have a craft emery board somewhere. In fact, a whole thing of files and emery boards and things that I can't remember who it was who made them, but yeah. So this is Africa, the UK is up here, this is round in the Pacific. So there is no right or wrong way to stamp this, and it will go off the edge, which is why I've got the board underneath, not the board, the scrap. But if I stamp that again, you can possibly see that there's dark here, which is where it's stamped over the edge. Random piece of card. So that is our globe. Am I under? Yes. So UK, Africa, and then this is the Atlantic, the Pacific over here. I haven't quite worked out where Australia is. I think that's New Zealand, so that would be Australia. Doesn't look terribly realistic, but it's fine. It's fine. So that's that. We've got our label, which is, in English, it is, let me find that again. In English, it says, "You make the world a better place." In French, it's "Le monde est plus beau grâce à toi." Grace, anyway, that. As I say, French is not my forte. So just make sure that that is prepped, ink it up, and into the middle of our label. You could of course go to one end if you wanted to, but middle is where it's, the design is for it to go in the middle. So that then gets stuck onto this, which I'm going to stick it here. So I'm going off the left end. This is smaller in length than the Cajun Craze, so it's not going to be, this isn't going to be the same length as this, if that makes sense. So that's that done. My globe, again, I'm going to put glue dots on the back, if I can remember where I've put them. There they are. My brain seems to have stayed in Vienna. It was wonderful, I have to say, but my brain hasn't caught up yet. And I also was away at the weekend. I was away doing some scrapbooking with some friends who I've known for many, many years. We hire a conference room at a hotel twice a year and just natter mostly. One girl was knitting, I was scrapbooking, mostly Vienna, including Kate, the photo you don't want me to scrapbook, but I liked it. And dimensionals. So yes, my brain is definitely not quite sure where it is. And as I say, hopefully it will be dry enough later for me to mow my ridiculously long lawn. I kid you not, the grass is probably 6 or 7 inches tall. So, going to bring this slightly. Ooh, I found another pip. No! No, can't have a pip. Not in silver on top of early espresso. There's another one. My pip radar was obviously not doing its job when I prepped these. Oh, my left shin is getting really quite warm now. Right, so this, you need to make sure that this bit is square rather than that bit, otherwise it's going to look very odd. So we want to be off centre. Oh no, another one! Dear Lord, oh, my pip dial was definitely not. That's better. There we go. Right, and le monde est plus beau grâce à toi. Or something approximating that. My niece and sister-in-law are actually in Paris, or going to Paris, almost as we speak, for my niece's work. She is a social influencer, which I never knew was a thing until she, well, I did kind of know it was a thing. Right, so I very stupidly put these on so that I can't do what I want to do. So let's take that off. Don't need that one because I want one of these dimensionals either side of the globe. Like that. So let's get rid of that one. Happily I hadn't pressed it down too hard. And then this goes on to my card base. And as I say, if you want to, you can cut the back and front. I'm actually going to... I think I need to go back to bed. I've just tried to take the lid off a glue pot that has no lid on. I know it has no lid on because the lid's just there. I'm going to put the lid on the glue pot so that next time it's on. Yes. You're right, Margaret. Sorry, Wendy, yes, absolutely. When you find the pips after you've stuck it down, at least this time I found them first. Yeah, Margaret, dimensionals are just wonderful. So we're doing a kind of repeat of this with, but the other way up. So I'm putting 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom. Like that. So there we go. Those are our 2 cards, which I think for men, particularly if you don't know what they're into, these are going to be really useful. And it is nice to get some new male kits, because we seem to get lots of female kits and not many male kits. So there we are, a quick and dirty live today. So I hope you have enjoyed that. Obviously, if you need one, I will have those. I've already listed the item in the description bar. Woohoo! So yes, if you need one, whether you are in France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium, the UK, or the Republic of Ireland, you can shop my store, and that would be wonderful. So let me flip the camera back up. If you're watching on replay, and you will know that because it will have replay in the title, if you've got any questions, just ask those below the description bar and I'll get back to you. If you've just got any comments, ditto. Very much so, Mary. Really nice card kit for men's cards. And it's not expensive. It's got everything you need, which I love about our kits. If you're just putting a toe in the water, it's a great way to start crafting. Thank you, Lorna, for liking. Yes, liking is always welcomed. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Mary. So yes, really good way to start. If you've got a friend who is basically crafty but has never tried papercraft, these kits might be a really good way of introducing them to papercraft, and they're really easy to wrap as a Christmas present because they come in a box, so really simple. And they include literally everything, because you get your mini ink pad, you get your block, you get all your adhesive, set of instructions, and you're good to go. So yeah, have a look at all of our kits for the possibility of Christmas presents, and also for quick Christmas cards and tags. So if you've still got lots of Christmas cards to make, have a look at the kits. Really could be quite useful. I did a simple stamping Saturday a couple of weeks ago using the waste, for want of a better word, for the tags, Christmas tags kit, because there's Christmas trees and stars and things that you don't use for the tags. Worth looking at for making quick cards. Just add some note cards and you can make your tags and your cards. So thank you, Nora. Thank you, Shaz. Thank you, Sherry. They are very reasonably priced, Margaret. Oh, of course, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday. So Thursday, I will be here. Obviously, if you're in the US, I totally understand that Thursday may not be a day that you would wish to join. So I will wish you a happy Thanksgiving now. I might have to do some thank you style projects just to nod towards the US Thanksgiving. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. Don't spend too much on Black Friday. We've already had our Black Friday sale because we did that last week. But yes, have a fantastic day. Jan, thank you very much for your thumbs up. I will love you and leave you now. As I say, I will be back on Thursday, 3 p.m. UK time. So if you are around to join me, I've got all stuttery. If you're around to join me, that would be lovely. Otherwise, you can obviously join on replay. And I will see you again very soon, I hope. Bye for now. Oh, can't find my screens. Can't find my slides.